Alright, I was gonna wait for the dogs to stop barking, but they're not stopping. So we're gonna start. Okay, let's start on NASDAQ. So far, I mean, what it really just looks like it wants to go to the top of the range or just finish filling in this gap, right? Or reject this gap and break these lows and then go all the way back down. Either way, don't I have no clue what's gonna happen until the market opens up. Something I was looking at was this 4 hour Ooh, it's orange. This 4 hour supply zone and how we rejected it last week, and then ever since we gapped down. I mean, you could say we gapped down because of I think it was I think it was a Trump tweet. No, I don't think it was a tweet this time. I think it was more of a statement from I don't remember. I don't. Do you guys remember? I think it was on Twitter. For sure, it was on Twitter. But I'm not sure if it was because JD Vance said it and then like that triggered it. Someone said something about the Iran war, and basically Iran doesn't want to negotiate. I think something that's not good for the U.S. market. But yeah, since we gapped down, the whole overnight session has just been filling in the gap. It hasn't fully filled it technically, but I don't know if it wants to sell off. I think it would make sense. I don't know. We'll see. I don't have crazy zones either. The zone that I do see is this 4 hour supply zone up here. Um, we have this 90-minute demand zone, which we bounced off of on Friday right here. But we did gap down. I just marked it down. Even though we gap down, I think we could, if we retest this area and reject it, I think it would be a good short. um, but we'll see. This looks like a 90-minute demand zone and a 2 hour. On the 45-minute time frame, I was looking at this area here, this 45-minute supply zone that we rejected a couple times. I wanted to see if we came back up to this area and then rejected it, but that didn't happen. What it looks like happened is we broke past this area, we kind of retested it, and then continued to bounce off of it. It's been very bullish overnight. So we'll see if that continues. We'll see. This could be a zone here. I mean, I don't need a market because I have the 4 hour zone. But yeah, there's not too much on NASDAQ. Yeah, and then, yeah. I mean, I think I was looking at this supply zone as well. This 15-minute here. And I was also looking at. It's not really that good of a zone, but this 30-minute demand zone, which the market tapped into and bounced off from right here. And then we have this 15-minute supply zone, which it already kind of looks like we're breaking past it. So it might not be that good to take a trade off from. But yeah, I don't have too many good zones, not gonna lie. Let me see how US 30 looks. But yeah, that huge gap over the weekend definitely messed me up. Well, I mean, not yet. I don't know, right? But when it comes to marking out the zones, like I don't have too much to mark out because of the gap down. So, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I would take shorts from either this area, which it might be hard because we might chop on pretty soon, or I would take shorts up here. I would take longs if we get above 216. Right above this area here. If I take this long, I would expect it to go all the way up to 322. But I don't know, I feel like that'd be kind of tough because yeah, it's already up 1%. And we haven't really seen a major pullback in a while. Another short I would take is down here. If we break below 0.72, I would short this and expect it to go to 983. And then again, I could also take a long in this area. It just kind of depends how we react to those zones and then which one we tap first. Oh, I wanted to check VWAP as well. Yeah, we haven't touched VWAP in a while. So, you know what that means. I'm expecting New York to touch up on VWAP somehow. I'll be very impressed if like this continues to go all the way up here. It's a possibility, but I doubt it. What? Why? How? How is the daily candle red? That looks a bit weird, right? The daily candle's red. It might be different on Top Step X. That's weird. It should be green, right? Because it opened down here. Unless it's red because of the gap. Anyways, let's look at US 30. Yeah, you can copy trade and Tradeovate. How do I rate it 1 to 5? Copy trading on Tradeovate is good. It's mostly smooth. The only thing is you have to calculate your stop loss before you kind of enter in. You know, like it doesn't have automatic brackets. You have to place the brackets yourself, you know? You have to place the orders yourself. So that's the first thing I do when I get in a trade. When I'm copy trading on Tradeovate is I put the stop loss quickly. Oh wow, okay. US 30 looks off. Looks weird. I don't know. We have this 3-hour supply zone up here. This could also be a 3-hour supply zone. US 30, of course, also gapped down. But what's interesting about US 30 is it tapped into the gap. It filled almost half of it. And then it rejected and it's been going down ever since. So we'll see if it continues to go lower once the market opens up. It'd be really nice if I could find a zone down here. Let's see. Yeah, it sold off aggressively at 7 a.m. Okay, I don't see too much. There has to be. Okay, there we go. Ooh, I like this zone too. This 45-minute demand zone. Yeah, I'm thinking if US 30 gets below 590, I think it would be a really good short all the way down to 997. Or at least, right, at least 200 points. Which realistically, I'd get out of the trade around 200 points Or even around 100 points. That'd be good enough. Yeah, I really like that idea. This also looks like a zone here that we ran through. So we'll see if we reject it. Hold on, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry, guys. I had to go take care of something. Alright, what was I doing? I was looking at US 30. Today's gonna be tough. Unless it's volatile, I'll be fine, but like, I don't have really good zones. Tough. I mean, let me double check. This could be a really good 1 hour supply zone. I'm not gonna mark it out though, since the 3 hour kind of looks the same. Yeah, it's a really good area. How far is it? Oh, it's not even that far away. We'll see how it opens up. 30-minute. Well, I think this is all the zones I have. I'm not gonna chart too far away. Maybe I should chart up here in case it is very bullish and it stays bullish. Okay, and there's like nothing up there. I guess this 15-minute could do. But I don't like it. I don't like it. Is there really a zone? Because it got ran through? I'll mark it down, but it's not the best zone. And I wouldn't take a trade off of here. I mean, I don't think I am because it's far away, but If it breaks the lows, I'm definitely gonna be very bearish, for sure. We'll see if that happens though. That's all the zones I'm gonna mark down. I'm just gonna do support and resistance now. Why were you blocked on YouTube last week? For the same reason as last time. So I basically got reported for having someone under the age of 16 on the stream. And I'm the only one that's on the streams. So I don't know if someone thinks I'm a minor or what. But every time I get reported, it's on the vertical stream. So I stopped doing the vertical stream. Now I'm just doing this regular stream. And hopefully I don't get reported anymore. But yeah. Thankfully this time it got resolved in like 20 minutes. Last time it happened, it took like almost 2 days, I think, for it to get resolved. So I think YouTube knows what's up. Oh guys, I have to tell you guys, in a month I'm gonna go to, what is it called? I'm gonna go to the Virgin Islands. Last minute trip. We just booked everything yesterday. So the goal is for me to get a new laptop, cause the one I have now is not that good. But if I get a new laptop, then I can stream over there. And like the view, bro, if I stream over there, oh my god, it's gonna be so fun. I don't even care if I don't win a trade over there, like just streaming over there is gonna be like cause then I can have the background and like the beach in the background, and the views can be crazy. So yeah, that's gonna happen in what, next month on the, I think we leave on the 11th. Yeah, in about a month. So we'll see how that goes. That'll be fun. That's the dream, right? Like traveling and trading. That's the dream. So it'd definitely be really cool to stream. Was that mad expensive? It wasn't crazy expensive. It definitely could have been way more expensive, but no, it's nothing bad. The most expensive thing was the Airbnb, but since we're going with like a group of people, it's really not that expensive because we're like splitting the Airbnb. But yeah, it was a very last minute trip, so it definitely could have been cheaper if we booked it sooner. But we got it planned. That's what matters. So we're actually going. Everything's booked and set. Jesus, everyone's mentioning the Epstein Island. Jeez, guys, that's not what I'm going for. I don't even know what island that is. I don't want to know. But yeah, technically it is around that area. I didn't know the Virgin Islands were so close to Puerto Rico. I looked at the map and I was like, oh, that's the Virgin Islands. Where did I type in the code? It says for Apex, but I see that you're on Tradovate. You mean for the code for Apex? I mean, you have to log in and then choose the account you want. And then before you buy the account, it shows you if you want to put a coupon code. And Apex does so many sales that it actually, if you don't put in a code, it forces you to check off a box that says you didn't put in a code. A code. That's how many sales they do. But yeah, I might have a pretty cool stream soon, and the background might be beautiful. I'm just debating on what laptop to buy. So I want it to be able to handle the stream and then like a bunch of things open. The one that I have now is pretty slow. But then it's like I'm not a computer geek, but like I'm definitely picky when it comes to computers. Yeah, I was thinking Asus. I don't know why, but I don't like MacBooks. I think it's because I'm used to having like a Windows computer. And I mean, the MacBooks, for what they are, they're way more expensive for like no reason. A broker for a live account, I would say Tradeovate or AMP. I know if you have a live account with AMP, um, what is it called? Their leverage is better than Tradeovate's. So like you can have less money with AMP, but trade with more contracts. The only thing about AMP is depending on what platform you trade, right? Because you could trade on TradingView. I don't like trading on TradingView. I think it's kind of laggy. Some people do though, so it depends on you. And then you could also trade on, if you have AMP, you could trade with Quantower, which is good. I like Quantower. I just haven't used it in a while. AMP is like 300 for a mini. Yeah, which is good. On Tradeovate, if you want to trade with a mini, you need at least $1,000. And like, if you have $1,000 account, you're not gonna be able to trade with the mini, because then what if you go into some drawdown? Then you might get margin called, and you don't want that. And then for a micro, for every micro, it costs $100 on Tradeovate. I'm not sure how it is with AMP with the micros. Are you able to fix your mic volume? It's all the way up. I'm gonna have to get a new mic too. It's like a everyday thing. Someone tells me the mic is low. Leveno ThinkPad X1. I think I've seen the Leveno one, and it's small. I'm not sure if that's the one you're talking about. Yeah, I was thinking of buying a gaming laptop with Asus. Would I skip a day like today? I definitely would if like let's say the market keeps pushing up and I missed a long entry right here, which I might if it does it before the market opens, then I'm gonna have to miss it. Or if it's like a very slow market open, I'm fine with calling it a day. Last week I had a rough week. I had a bunch of trades that if I broke even, I wouldn't have lost. So I think I'm gonna go back to just damn these dogs. I think I'm gonna go back to just breaking even on one to ones. Ugh, but I hate breaking even. But then it's like if you don't break even and it goes to your stop loss, then it's like, damn, shoulda, coulda, woulda. I feel like it depends. The thing is, the break even really it should depend on the trade, right? Like I should break even if I think it's gonna reverse there. But what was I gonna say? I had such a good point, and then like it disappeared. What was I saying? I was gonna. I need to stop. I had such a good point in my head, and then like I totally forgot. I was just saying that the break even should matter with the trade. And then wow. Wow, no. I need to start reading cuz it's insane. Like yo, the other day I had to read stuff and like I don't know if it's my brain or what, but like I was struggling bad to like focus on reading. It's like no, it's crazy. I think honestly, I think it's a Instagram. It's the phone. I'm on my phone so much that I've lost like brain power. It's crazy. I can't even focus on small tasks like reading. Does anyone is anyone else struggling with reading? Maybe it's cuz I haven't been in school, in a couple months. It hasn't even been a year, I think. No, maybe it has. But yeah, I've been struggling to like do simple tasks. I struggle to focus, and I think it's my phone. Honestly, I think it's the brain rot. Yeah, and then I that's right. I randomly think of other stuff, and I get like distracted. Yeah, it's a lot of things. I think it's the phone, the Instagram. I scroll way too much on Instagram, and then what else is it? It has to be way more. Maybe you're right. Maybe I think about just too much, too many things. Oh, another thing, my communication skills have always been bad. So maybe that's also why I've been struggling to do certain tasks like reading and speaking. Maybe I need to start reading. I need to start being like Kai Cenat. Cause I understand it. I do. It's like embarrassing almost. I mean, I'm not embarrassed. I know it could be worse, right? I mean, it could be way worse. At least I know how to read. You know, it could be worse. But yeah, I've noticed like I don't know. I struggle with reading, communicating with strangers. Like I can't do it. I can't do it. But I've always been that way. Maybe that's just how I am. I've always been just awkward and like shy and stuff. Okay, well, this 90-minute zone that I was looking at, we already kind of broke past it, so I'm gonna look more at US 30 and see how we react at this supply zone, which is a 30-minute and a 3 hour zone. Yeah. If it automatically shorts right now, I'm gonna have to miss it unless it retests this area and then goes back down. Let's see. I encourage you to disconnect and read. I've read 12 books this year. Yeah, I need to read. I do. And the thing is, I have so many books that I've bought. I mean, I have a couple in there. I have like 3 books in there that I bought that I want to read. And I have more in the other room. But like I said, like it's so hard for me to actually focus on reading, and I think it's because of the phone. I'm used to like constant stimulation in my head from the short form content. And the thing is, I used to hate that. Like I used to hate like TikToks and Reels because I understood how bad it really is, how distracting it is. But yeah, I've been realizing it more recently. I've been reminding myself, like I need to I need to spend less time on the phone because it's very distracting. And like even though it doesn't seem like it affects me as much, in reality it does. It does. With things that aren't even like related, you know. Yeah, this shit shorted. Um, Maybe I could have taken it here, but then the stop loss would have been weird. Yo, what are they barking at? Alright, well, it looks like US 30 definitely rejected this 3 hour supply zone. And it's already kind of breaking past VWAP. On NASDAQ, I'm going to pay attention to how the 5 minute candle closes. Usually I stay on the 1 minute time frame, but on the 1 minute time frame on NASDAQ, it doesn't look too good. It looks very choppy. So I'm going to stick to the 5 minute and see how that closes. I'm also paying attention to see if US 30 actually pushes past VWAP or if it bounces. I'm pretty sure we also have high impact 10 a.m. news. So if the opening is slow, then I'll probably wait for 10 a.m. and see if that changes anything. Yeah, we have high impact existing home sales news. Not sure what that is, but we'll see. We'll see if it actually moves the markets. I was gonna say, uh, usually if a 5 minute closes above a dash line, I'd be thinking longs. But even by seeing this, I'm not bullish. I'm actually bearish. So I want to see NASDAQ touch up on VWAP, which is down here at 89. So since I basically missed the shorts on US 30, so I'm looking at Nasdaq, which I have a 10-minute demand zone that I could take the trade from. Yeah, US 30 definitely is closing below VWAP, which is good for shorts. So now I'm just kind of hoping NASDAQ continues to short as well. I could also take this short on NASDAQ up here. It's kind of retesting the zone. Or if it even retests this white line at the 200s. I will say so far the volume has been really slow on NASDAQ. I also just noticed it looks like, well, at least on the smaller time frame, it looks like US 30 is chopping up on VWAP, which is always not a good sign. If you see some sideways action on VWAP, it's not good. I'm gonna place a short order at 189. So I'm thinking if it gets below 189, then it just retested this area, and I'm expecting it to go lower if I get filled. Bro, what are they barking at? I'm sorry for the dogs. Okay, I'm in a short. I'm gonna put my stop loss at 214. 215. I definitely want to see it break these lows pretty soon. I'm gonna mute myself because the dog's going crazy. Okay, I'm very close to getting stopped out, unless it just completely reverses here. Bro, if this trade hits CP, that's gonna be crazy. If I get stopped, I'm not sure I'll keep trading unless more volume kicks in at 10. Right now, if you measure the opening range, I mean, we've barely moved. It doesn't even look like the market opened up. What time is it? Okay, this is the last minute of the 15-minute candle. Well, I'm gonna try to aim for VWAP, but we'll see because we're about to approach a 10-minute demand zone. Man, I don't know. One thing about me is like if I almost get stopped out like this, I always tell myself like you better hold that shit till the end. Like there's no way I'm getting out early. All right, this is the 10-minute demand zone right here, which we could bounce off from. Yeah, in order for this trade to play out, we'd need to break the opening range. Um, which honestly might be hard because there's not really good volume unless random volume kicks in. My break even's gonna be around, what is it? Around 63. Okay, we've almost hit a 1-to-1. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna break even here. Gosh, I hate breaking even. I really don't want to, but last week I didn't break even and I lost a lot of trades. So, okay, good. Okay. Alright, there we fucking go. I'm sorry for my language, but this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I swear, if this trade plays out, I'm never breaking even again. There's no way. This better reverse all the way back up. Okay, good. Okay, good. Alright, I don't regret Oh! Oh! What time is it? 9:48. Why is this going crazy? Alright, I'm glad I broke even. Alright. No, this is good. This is why. Why am I gonna change something if it's not broken? This is why I break even. Okay, I'm glad I broke even. See, what happened to me last week is I wasn't breaking even. I was losing the trades. So I told myself this week, no matter what, once I hit a 1-to-1, I'm gonna break even. And Jesus, I'm glad I did. Wow. This shit just decided to bounce off of a 10-minute zone. Oh my god. What is going on? Are we never going to touch on VWAP? Well, now I'm looking at US 30 because US 30 is at actually an area of interest. NASDAQ, since it's already up here, I'm expecting NASDAQ to go to 321. US 30, if it closes above 926, which so far it hasn't, but if it does do that, then I'll take the long. Got 30 seconds. We'll see how it closes. I'm not gonna lie, that was a crazy reversal. Okay, I like the close on US 30. Definitely crazy volume. I'm not gonna lie, usually I take a short on this, but I'm scared to. I don't know, these are scary markets. Because the news hasn't even came out, that's the thing. The news has not come out. What an interesting morning. Yeah, even though it's really volatile now, I would hate to see it slow down. We got 7 more minutes for news. Both NASDAQ and US 30 are inside of the opening range. Kind of. I would say, like, right now there's really good volume, or there was. There's just no really, there's no direction. We're kind of moving sideways. I'm not glad that was one of my best break even trades I've ever taken. Because if I lost that trade, if I lost this trade, I would have lost like 400 because it would have spiked through the stop loss. Just like it spiked through the break even. Yeah, that was a crazy stop. But I definitely learned my lesson from last week. Last week I took chances on like letting the trade play out and not breaking even, and I took many losses because of it. Well, now that Nasdaq bounced off of this opening range, I'm expecting it to go all the way up to 320. But then again, it's like I was so bearish on the day. I think US 30 still looks bearish because it definitely rejected this supply zone up here. It just kind of slowed down now. I'm definitely waiting for news. Yeah, that was a crazy it was crazy action before news. I feel like usually you don't kind of see that. If we have 10 a.m. news, it's just surprising because it opened up pretty slow, you know? Then it was like, oh, okay, it opened up slow, so maybe it'll pick up, once the news comes out. But it started to pick up randomly at 9:48. Another thing I realized too, which it happens a lot, but I was looking at my stats from last week, and like I said, I had a lot of break even trades. No, I had a lot of trades that I should have break even on. So I usually break even at a 1-to-1, and I'm pretty sure almost every trade I took last week hit a 1-to-1 and then like stopped me out. And just like today, it hit a 1-to-1 and like that was it. But I'm not gonna change it because like I don't like 1-to-ones. I don't. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just I'm more focused on like the probabilities long term. And long term, if you have a 1-to-2 with like a 40% win rate, you'll be profitable. So that's why I try to tell myself it's just like if you're gonna go for a 1-to-1, you gotta make sure your win rate is actually pretty high. And I don't know my exact win rate. Usually my win rate is like 60, 65, but it changes. All right, well, I'm paying attention to US 30. Nasdaq's kind of in the middle of nowhere for me, but US 30 is right back at this supply zone, which we did reject earlier. Damn, this sucks because usually I take a trade around here and the news is gonna come out, so I'm not gonna get in a trade right before news, which I might regret. Let's see. Okay, not the craziest news candle. Nasdaq hit 320, which is a 4-hour supply zone. And then on US 30, usually I would take long here, but it'd be longing at the top. I guess it did retest down here and then go back up. All right, now I'm looking more at Nasdaq. US 30, I don't know, I don't like how it's moving. But Nasdaq tapped this 4-hour supply zone. So if it gets below the 300s, then I'm going to short it. All right, I'm going to short on Nasdaq. And I'm going to put my stop loss at the high. US 30 sold off, which is good. Now I'm trying to see if NASDAQ follows. My TP2 is around 252. But honestly, I think it could go down here to 230. If I lose this trade, I'll probably call it a day. Not that the market's moving bad, but usually it's already 10 and usually I'm already done by this time. Okay, nice. I might get saved by this new candle. Or not. Oh my gosh. I'm off to a rough start on the week. Okay. Oh, no, I think I'll get stopped. Yeah, I got stopped. I mean, it was definitely a risky trade because it's definitely very bullish, but I don't know. I have a feeling it's gonna sell off like crazy. There's just no way this shit continues to go higher. I mean, there is a way, obviously, but I think there'll be a pullback for sure. I mean, I could take another trade, but honestly, I don't want to. I don't want to. Because I don't want to lose again. I don't want to lose again. I feel like I don't know. I the price action on the 1 minute time frame is definitely rough. Like it opened up. You can't even tell the market opened up when it did. And then we had that crazy spike before news. When the news came out, didn't even look like the news came out at all, even though the high impact news. So, I don't know. I swear, this shit sells off. I might honestly risk it for the biscuit. Is it actually worth it to take another trade? I don't know. I definitely like the idea of taking shorts, but I also don't want to take another loss like on the same trade idea. Hey babe, you leaving? Yeah.
You about to get in something?
I want to, but I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah, everyone in your chat saying to stop. Not worth it.
That's the thing though. I think it is worth it,
Oh,
but let me see the 5 minute.
hi, Lonnie's girlfriend.
Wait for more confirmation. I mean, like, you're right. I should wait for more confirmation. More confirmation would just give me a bad entry. But, I mean, it would be safer. That's the thing, though. We've rejected this area twice.
I hit my daily loss limit, so
And then US 30, I mean, it looks bad. It looks really bad. But I will say there was really good moves.
really, I don't know.
There was good moves on US 30, but I don't think I would have fully hit TP on them. Like they didn't have a continuation. All right. My confirmation for a short will be if this candle closed below 292. Technically, I should have entered this shit. What? Oh my god. All right, we'll see though, cuz this area we did reject earlier. Oh, the baby's crying. I'm gonna go short soon if it breaks this low. Alright, I'm in another short. We'll see how this plays out. I'm gonna put my stop at 309. And honestly, I think this could go down to VWAP. I really do. Will we get down there fast? I don't know. I don't think we will. But it's a possibility. Alright, I'll be back. Yeah, if I get stopped out on this, I'll definitely call it a day. I mean, it will be, it'll suck, but it's not like I'm breaking a rule. If I get stopped out, then I just hit my daily loss limit, and that's it. Okay, it's almost at a 1-to-1. Yeah, who knows how long I'll be in this trade. I love you more, be safe.
Oh, it's nice playing out, huh?
So far.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too. Take it. Gosh. Bye. Yeah, if it breaks this low, then I'm gonna break even. I would have loved to see US 30 go lower, but it moved sideways. Alright, I'll break even here and hope it continues to melt. Yeah, I really wouldn't have a reason to TP until like the opening range until 240, which is pretty close to. But like I said, I do want this to go down to VWAP. I've been wanting that the whole morning. So we'll see if it happens. Yeah, the thing with the break even, it's just like now the stop loss is kind of in the middle of nowhere. So I might get stopped out break even, but it doesn't mean that the selling's wrong. It could just be a pullback. That's why I don't like breaking even, because it's like the stop loss doesn't really make sense. To me, a stop loss is like, okay, if I get stopped out, then the market's gonna go the other way, you know? Like it's gonna continue to go the other way. That's what I would like my stop losses to be. Not, oh, if I get stopped out, then I just got stopped out, Like I have to have a reason behind the stop loss. But that's why I don't like breaking even, because it's like breaking even is kind of a random area. We'll, we'll see. I swear I might get stopped out break even again. And I guess that's fine if it does. Nothing else I could do except wait for tomorrow. Bro, like, what are the dogs seeing for them to go crazy all the time? I don't know. Oh, I might get saved by a new candle. Bro, I'm gonna mute myself. They're going crazy. Alright, I got stopped at break even. I don't know what the dogs are seeing. They're going insane. Yeah, I got chopped. I mean, it could have been way worse. I could have lost this trade. Trying to see. Yeah, I feel like even if I got an earlier entry on this trade. No, these dogs are actually insane. Even if I got an earlier entry, I don't think I would have hit TP. Cause I know myself, I would have taken the loss and I would have aimed for like a 1 to 3. So maybe if I got an earlier entry, maybe I still would be in this trade. But either way, I'm just gonna call it a day. Ooh, let me take out that order. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to check out what they're barking at. Ay, Dios mío, ay, Dios mío. I swear if this shit dumps. I no 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 no. Please don't dump. Please don't dump in front of me. Okay, good. She better be playing around. Oh my god. I swear if that went all the way down. Okay, yeah. What? I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna see what happens later. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up selling off. I would be surprised if it continues to go higher. That'll be crazy. I think if it gets above 370 all the way up here, nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, look at it. Look at the market. All right, well, that was my Monday. I took 3 trades, 2 break even, 1 loss. It's been a day. It's been a day. I mean, that first trade, I'm thankful because that could have been a full loss. Thankfully, I broke even. And then this trade, I mean, I would take it again if I could. Not gonna lie. Maybe I would have gotten a better entry up here, but we'll see what happens. And then this trade I got stopped out break even. I'm trying to see if well, I'm not gonna see it now, but later I'll see if I didn't break even and I let it play to see if it would have played out, but I doubt it. I think this shit is gonna move sideways. Tough day, tough day. Could have been worse though. Yeah, we'll see what happens later on. I'm gonna go check out what they're barking at because they're going nuts. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Today was rough, and I think it's gonna continue to be rough. If the market picks up though, it'll probably be like during lunchtime, some random time. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Better days ahead. We have better days ahead. Yeah.